Just over 9 weeks from the midterm elections, the rules governing mail-in voting could be changing. A U.S. Supreme Court ruling has cleared the way for parts of President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting to move forward. Our Brian Unger joins us live from Chamblee. Brian, good evening to you. So what does this mean for Georgia voters who want to cast their ballot by mail?
Sharon, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling did not decide on the legality of President Trump's order, but it does allow for parts of it to move forward, which could, at the very least, create confusion for some Georgia voters. If you're confused about the president's order or the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on mail-in ballots, you're not alone.
I think that some folks are going to take exception no matter what the rule says.
Here are the rules the court is allowing to go forward. The first part of the president's order directs the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to create lists of U.S. citizens in each state using federal data. The second directs the U.S. Attorney General to investigate, perhaps even prosecute, state officials who issue ballots to people who are not eligible to vote. The third involves the U.S. Postal Service. It requires the state to provide lists of voters expected to receive mail ballots and restricts delivery to voters who aren't on those lists. So what does this mean for the Georgia voter? Very little, according to Gabriel Sterling, the chief operating officer of the Georgia Secretary of State's office.
The main thing is you don't need to worry about it. Whatever you do is the exact same you did last election, the election before that.
The court's majority said the 23 states challenging the order couldn't show they were actually harmed by these provisions. Georgia is not among those states.
And the reality of the court decision was it said you can't challenge an executive telling their agency what to do because there is no direct harm. But it did say you can challenge the final rule, which was just finalized on Friday. A lawsuit was filed yesterday by many of those same states. And I anticipate this will be tied up in the courts and nothing will happen anywhere. And everything that was done last election will be done the same as this election.
For now, the Homeland Security requirement, the court said, is simply an internal presidential directive, and ordering the Attorney General to prioritize enforcement of existing federal election law falls within presidential authority. The Postal Service provision could face another legal challenge, the court saying if a final Postal Service rule harms states, they can come back to court.
So now we're within this weeks of time. I do not see any way, shape, or form that any change is going to be made at any grand level. It's just not going to happen in reality. So everybody needs just to calm down. It's going to be okay.
So, Sharon, for Georgia voters, nothing changes today. So Gabriel Sterling told me, and I'm quoting you here, that this is partisan sniping to gain advantage in an election cycle, an attempt to sow doubt in some cases, and trying to increase turnout. Sharon?
Brian, thanks for clearing some of that up for us. We appreciate it.